Hey everyone, good morning, good evening, good day. Welcome to this special edition here. I'm super excited to be with you today because we are celebrating Vibe. As many of you know, Vibe stands for Vitruvian Income Building Engine. And over the weekend, this project went live, and we did an airdrop for the entire community. I'm just really excited to get on here and celebrate that a little bit with you, and also give those of you who are not familiar with it some information about it. I must confess that I only hopped on here and got ready for this live exactly 3 minutes ago, just because I've just been in meetings. We are also getting studio ready for the artists, to deploy and to be able to consign their work in bulk, etc. So I'm a bit frazzled, so but we will get through it. I'll get my bearings here in a minute, and we can get going. So first and foremost, let's just say that this was a huge moment for our community because we are the first protocol to have a very formal tokenized system to share revenue in perpetuity with all the stakeholders. All right, that doesn't exist anywhere else, and I'm really, really proud about it because it's a fundamental ethos that I live by, where if you can create a world, if you can create an ecosystem, an environment where everyone can thrive, it's the best possible thing to do. As humans, I feel it is our moral responsibility to do good and to create good in the world and make it possible for everyone to succeed. And now to have that sort of those values incorporated into a smart contract, that is very, very cool. So I'm really excited about that. So welcome, everyone. Let's start by just looking at VTRU Scope. So I'm gonna share my screen here and bring that up. So VTRU Scope is our application where you can manage all your assets. So I'm gonna bring that up here. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So this is VTRU Scope, and we updated it over the weekend to show you your Vibe tokens. So we did a massive airdrop, as I said. Let's see, total a share value of around 265,000. That's what we did. So we covered a lot of ground. Lots of people got Vibe tokens. So I'll just go through the main categories. First and foremost, our most important, boosters. These are folks who invested early in the project and helped it get off the ground. And they have subcategories like early birds, super early birds, etc. But in general, the booster category. So they were airdropped. They are Vibe tokens. Then are the folks who actually keep the network going, the validators. So all of them got their tokens. Now, if you're a validator and you have some questions, you can always go back to the Discord channel and talk to people. But I'll just give you a high level overview. Basically, each of you who are holding a validator core NFT. So in Scope, if you go to core NFTs, which is right up here, you can have different types of tokens you hold, and that's how you have vesting plans and things like that incorporated here. So if you have a validator NFT like that in core in your core NFTs, you got 100 Vibe. There is a balance, so that was 490, right? So that's 49,000. There is a balance of about what's 152,000 minus 49,000, whatever that is, right? That is sitting there still and going to be deployed into a special smart contract for validators. And the idea there is that the VTech team and the validator lead will, on a monthly basis, come up with a protocol where only the validators that are performant at 95% or better are eligible to share from the revenue for that period of the month. So that's how that's going to work. But that is deferred and delegated to the validator team. That multi-sig contract is not yet up. It will be up soon. We have to work on it and get that going. It is a priority. We'll get it going. So that's the next group. The third group is Vortex. So as you know, we launched Vortex World, and that's going very well. More exciting things happening there this week. But all the folks who purchased, who minted Vortex, the first 25K are automatically eligible for a vibe depending on the random rarity they got. So they got 1, 2, 3, or 4 vibes depending on how they what the luck of the draw was. So all that airdrop was done. And now if you go into Vortex to mint, every other Vortex in a mint of 2. So if you're minting 2, then you're guaranteed a vibe. If you're minting 1, you have a 33% chance of getting a vibe. So that's active right now, and there's around, I think, 24k vibes left, and then that will be that for getting sort of indirectly minting Vortex and getting vibes. Then the other categories are artists. So every artist who has a Dreamer NFT similar to what I have here in here, a Dreamer NFT in their account, they also got vibes. Now, how did the Dreamer NFT come on? Well, prior to VTRU, I had an informal organization called Nifty Dreams, where all the artists were together, and it was actually all the work we did that got us to this point. And so there was a Dreamer Pass NFT, and those who minted that were able to get vibe tokens today. In addition, every artist that participated in the VTRU Genesis, thankful and grateful for all of you who worked through and all the bugs and all that as we stabilize our product. We are very appreciative of that. And so all of you got that also. In addition, we had a project that never quite took off, but we are going to resurrect on a VTRU called Art Packs. It's for those of you who are familiar with NBA Top Shot, they have the concept of packs, and you open the pack and you get some random NFTs. So we have that with Art Packs. You subscribe, and every month you get one or more packs. You open them up, and you have regular new artwork coming your way. So that's Art Packs. So all the artists who participated in that get NFTs also. I'm probably forgetting other categories, but those are sort of the main categories. So we've got Booster, Vortex, Validators, Dreamers, Art Packs, and Genesis. Did I miss anybody? If I did, I apologize, but that's the core ones, and all of you now have Vibe. So let's see what's going on with Vibe. So on this page are some of the stats, not all of them. There's going to be more changes, and there are many more stats available that we're going to share with you. But the main one right here is this big giant number here. Look, I'm a fan of the airport. They call it a split flap. I love that numbering. It's just so cool to look at it, and so I put that up here in that fashion here. Other people might not like it, but it's there for right now. But I put that here. What this represents is the incoming funds into the Vibe smart contract. So now we have one Vibe smart contract, and anytime any funds come in there from any revenue source, this counter gets updated. So earlier today, I see, I think it was Didi who was testing it out and sent one VTRU, and it showed up here. And so then I encourage other people in the community to start doing it. And so we have a bunch here. But at the same time, we are also testing out Studio with the multiple deployments and consignments. And so we are trying to figure out, did that work or not? Because there's also funds coming in from other sources. So it was a bit challenging, but I think we know that it's working. So as of right now, the store purchases are wired up. And so anytime anyone buys in the store, that number is going to increase. Now, it's going to be a tiny bit, the increases are not huge initially. So it depends on the price of the artwork, right? So if the artwork is priced at over $50 or something, then you would see 1.2%, 2% of that, whatever it is the fee, and that's what comes in here. I guess that's $3, but then you divide $3 by 250, which is the current price, and I believe that's 1.2. So you would see 1.2 VTRU come in here for every $150 purchase. But we are also enabling right now the feature that artists can set whatever price they want. So you should start seeing higher priced artworks come in. In fact, as a test this morning, I'll show you here. I purchased this piece. In fact, this was the first test by Doc Martin, and that was $550. So proud to have that in my collection. Doc Martin is an amazing person, and so yeah. So this basically, the higher the price the artwork, the higher the fee, and that's what you're going to see come in here. That's just one source, right? We're going to have many more sources, and as we come up with those and release those, I will share with you. But as of today, you are already seeing revenue share from your Vibe. And let's go continue our journey here. So what you're seeing here is Vibe shares, and in parentheses, NFTs. So it's very important to understand that there are 1 million Vibe shares, right? If you were, for example, eligible for, I don't know, 2,000 of them, right? You don't want 2,000 individual NFTs in your account. That would be a pain to manage, right? So what we have is the concept of denominations, just like currency, right? You have $100 bills, you have $20 bills, $10 bills, $5 bills. So that's why you will see in your scope that there are different Vibes and they have denominations, right? And so those denominations, if you add them up, should add up to your aggregate Vibe allocation. In this case, you see it here. Mine here is 1222, and that's composed of 11 total NFTs, right? So that makes it easy for you to manage. Now, obviously, I'm getting a lot of questions that I want to split it up amongst wallets and all that. First and foremost, when you claim the VTRU, it's already in your wallet. You can just split it any way you want, right? But I understand how some people want it for their children and things like that. So there is a new feature that's going to come there called split and merge. So you'll be able to take, for example, 1,000 and say, I want to split this into 10 hundreds. You can do that. Or you might have 500s and you want to, you can't do 500s, but let's say you might have 10 hundreds and want to merge it into 1,000. You can do that also. So the denominations are fixed. We're not going to change them now. We can't change them now. So these are the denominations that are going to be there, and you can have any combination that you want. I hope all the creators who are here in the audience are going into Scope, connecting their wallet. It's very easy. It'll tell you to switch your network, and you can see your Vibe in there. And if you do, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how many of you are seeing, especially from the creators, because everyone else in the community is familiar with Scope, but for creators, this is new. So please go to scope.vitruvio.xyz and check out Vibe NFTs, and tell me in the comments that you've received it. All right, so there is that. Okay, let's take some questions here. It's great to see the Vitruvio community getting bigger. Yes, that's Vibe, absolutely. AI says we have a split flap display. They are super cool and noisy. Well, I won't add the audio to this one, so it'll be quiet. But they are fun. Let's see here. Didi is a super guy. Yes, I vote for that also. Yes. Let's see. Here's a question from Vitrux. How is the revenue counter refreshed by week, month, or by 24 hours? None of the above. Instant. It's instant because it's wired to the smart contract. There is no latency. The only latency might be your browser, and when it decides to refresh or whatever, you can hit Command R anytime you want, and you can see the most recent numbers. Well, let me do that right now and see if anything's changed. Nothing's changed right now, but yeah, it's instant. There is no delays, and you can claim. As I'll get to the claims part. Let me not get ahead of myself. Yolan says, I can't consign new pieces yet. It's still under construction. Nope, it's been active for months now. So, and lots of artists have consigned pieces. So everything is working, no problems. You can go to studio and consign. How many Vibes were given to Genesis artists? So this is in the deck. If you, just for your reference, you can go back, but it's 6. It's 6 per artist. AI says, I'm a creator and I can see my Vibe NFTs. Hooray. Yes. Awesome. Amazing. And Art Vision, my good friend Art Vision found hers. Yes. 12, 2x5 and 2x1. Okay. All right. Fantastic. That's 12 Vibes there. So this is great. I'm excited because This is actually very, very revolutionary for the artist community, because every single blockchain and every single marketplace essentially has you minting your work and selling it, and they take a cut. We are doing the opposite. What we are saying is, welcome to Vitruvio. You get a vibe, and guess what? Whenever anyone sells the artwork, it doesn't matter who it is, you make money. Everybody makes money. So, and it's not just about artworks, right? We have multiple revenue sources. Every time the blockchain makes money, everyone who has a vibe makes money. All right, that's what it's all about. Cashflow King says, yes, got mine. It was super easy to connect. Fantastic. Mystique says, I got some beautiful vibes in my scope. Wonderful. Old Jug says it's in there. Great. This is fantastic. I'm very, very happy that everyone's seeing that. Paul says, if there's a discrepancy of vibes that I did not get, what can I do? I would actually go ahead and double check what your records are, because we are using the contracts, smart contracts, as a source of truth. So there is no human tallying this or anything like that. So basically, if there are any errors, I doubt they would be there. But if they are there indeed, I would double check, your math and make sure that you've tracked everything. And if not, ultimately, I think you can. We don't have a trouble ticket system anymore that we want to have. We want community-based support. So what I would do is, I guess, just post it in Discord and see if other people can help track down what the discrepancy is. This news is vibalacious. Yes, indeed, indeed. Dado said he sent another 10 to the contract. All right, cool. So let's see. Let's hit refresh. There we go. It's live. As I said, it is totally live. It just went from 267 to 277. Thank you, Dado. That was amazing. Appreciate it. So this is also a way for, for us, like if you feel charitable and want to share your VTRU with the rest of the community, you can go do that. But of course, I just did that as a fun little thing to show you that the counter is in fact live. Yeah, I mean, anyone can do it too. Rohan says he found his too. I see the artist vibe. Amazing. And Cashflow King says counter has a nice retro vibe. Please can you enable editions so we can sell image more than once? That is coming up. That is coming up. So the 3 stages of licensing in Studio are, first of all, 1 of 1 right now. The next one is open editions, so any number of editions for free. And the third one is what's called elastic editions. And elastic editions is something unique, new, and innovative that Vitruvio is bringing. And that's where you'll be able to sell editions. And this is all happening very, very fast. We are moving at warp speed here. So we are doing everything as fast as we can. Mystique asks, if you were to buy a Vortex that is for secondary sale on Neon Circus and that Vortex has vibes already assigned to it, will the original keep these vibes or will they be transferred to me? All right. So the way this works is that what we're going to do is we're going to every other day run a task that's going to go scan all the vortexes that have a vibe associated with them and airdrop a vibe into that account. Once you've received that vibe, that vortex has no bearing on the vibe. They are completely unrelated. All the vortex is doing is signaling that your wallet should receive a vibe. Right. So after that, you can trade it, do whatever you want with the vortex, and it will be fine. CryptoDel says, I see vibe, but I have 10 booster NFTs, but it's only giving me vibes, so 8 NFTs. All right. So then you would need to double check your account and make sure that at the point of the snapshot, which was about a week ago, that in your core NFTs, you did have boosters, because we use, actually, wait, I take that back. We used the original purchase list of boosters. That's what we went by. So if anything's been moved around, then you would see that problem. Let's see. All right, so we got a bunch of questions. I'll take some more later, but let me go on here with claiming. All right, so we've got the vibe part handled. Now let's talk about the claiming. So this is basic math, folks. So it's very easy for you to figure out. We take that big giant number there and divide it by 1 million. And then you multiply that by this number, 1, 2, in my case, 1222, because that's how many shares you have, right? And that's how you get the number here. So it's basically what is your share of the overall revenue share. That's what it is. Now, claim button here is disabled. It says it's coming soon. Soon could be as early as later today. I just want to test it and make sure it's working. I believe it is working because some of you went directly to Explorer and tried it out, and it is working. So the balance has already actually gone down. This is the overall revenue, but the current balance might be lower as people claim. So and we'll put up those stats also. Actually, what's going to happen is that this number here is actually going to move to a different page called Vibe Stats. So that way, this page is only going to have your Vibe specific information, and then the general Vibe things about how many has claimed, what is the actual current balance, then how many denominations are out there, and all of that is going to be on a Vibe Stats page that'll be separate. But didn't have enough time to get all of that done, so just stuck the revenue share up here for right now. But if you go to the contract, you can see that people have already claimed. And how do you go to the contract? Well, let's do that real quick, right? So let's go to Explorer. I was on Test Explorer, didn't want that. And once that loads up, there we go. You can search for Vibe. There should be only two results that come up. One is the proxy and one is the actual. There we go. So you want the one that says proxy that has 3,764 holders and going up. All right, so that is happening. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so if you go to read proxy here, oh, wait a minute, am I in the right place? I'm sorry, I'm actually in the wrong contract. My bad. No, I'm in the right place. Okay, here we go. So here, this has a lot of stats for you. You can choose to look at it. Looks like our actual balance has gone down because lots of people have already been claiming. That's fine. So if you go to write proxy, there is a claim feature there, and you can try that, and you'll get to your Vibe. So let's see, where is it? It is here we go. Claim revenue share by owner or claim revenue share by token. You can do either of those, and you can get your Vibe into your wallet. So the actual balance changes as people claim, etc. Let's actually look at the contract balance here. Give me a second. Here we go. So this here says the contract balance is 99,904. Okay, so that means that let's see, and our revenue was 100,277. So looks like a few people have claimed, and that's why it went down. All right, so you can do that, but you can wait a little bit, and this claim button will be active, and then you can press claim, and you can claim as often as you want. There is no penalty, no prize, no penalty for claiming. It just costs you a little teeny bit of gas, and the funds that are due to you come right into your wallet, right? So you can claim as often as you want. Now, there is no way in which your claim can be reduced. In other words, there is no formula or anything like that that will reduce your claim. Your funds are your funds. They're in perpetuity, and they only go away when you claim them into your wallet. All right. So let's see if there's any claim related questions here before I move on. All right, so DIY Dad says, from your explanation, purchasing a Vortex from Neon Circus will only get you the Vibe associated with it if it hasn't been airdropped as a seller already. Yeah. If you're getting a Vortex on Neon Circus, I would assume that there's no Vibe with it. That would seem the logical way. So do not assume that. Do not buy a Vortex on Neon Circus because you think it's got a Vibe. Those will be gone. Let's see here. It says, I left 2 boosters on the blockchain. I never put them in my wallet. It says CryptoDel. Tokens always stay on the blockchain. They never actually leave the blockchain. A wallet is just a way to look at it. right? So you've never actually moved them into a wallet. So Charlie says, so the big number in scope is not the contract balance, correct? Yes, that is correct. Like I said, we'll have a separate vibe sort of a stats page, and we'll put the total revenue, which is an important number, right? It's kind of like how much income in aggregate was there, and then the current balance will be there. Look, the balance is going to change all the time as people claim, and more funds come in, etc. So it's very fluid. The big number there represents how many funds have come in. How many have gone out depends on how many people have claimed. If everyone claims, then it'll become zero, but that the funds coming in number will not change. So we'll have the balance number also reported, but you can go look at it also. That's the beauty of decentralization, by the way, is if someone doesn't like how we are presenting numbers in scope or whatever, just go write your own app and share it with the community. In fact, I would love that. I would love that very much, where people had their own ways of visualizing, these things. It's all decentralized. It's all in the contract. There's nothing that scope does that's special, that's not already possible for anyone else to do. I need a sip of chai. All right. So Bugs Life says, now how can we transfer all Vibe into one wallet? Is there going to be an easy tab on scope for that? Yeah. So we are really looking at. So here's how I think about transfers. I feel like transfers are better handled in wallets or marketplaces and places like that. So we're working very closely with Neon Circus. In Neon Circus, there's already a tab. Let me go to it here. Let's go here. And so in Neon Circus, there's already your profile, right? You can go to it and you can see what you have. So once we add a vibe here, they'll start showing up, and then you can, transfer and do things like that. I'm not sure if that's a feature yet, but I'm sure we can work with the Vibe team to see if we can incorporate that. We might incorporate it into Scope also, because if you do it, it'll be for everything. Like all your NFTs across all these tabs, we'll put a transfer feature there and allow you to bulk select them and transfer them out. One of the reasons I'm a little hesitant to do that right away is because it requires a user experience that protects the user. It's a very dangerous thing. And if you think about scope, all of these are valuable assets. They are not just, for example, an NFT you purchase or something. They represent income, revenue, etc. So I'm very careful about making it super easy to transfer stuff. So we have to make sure that there's appropriate warnings and, do you really want to, dialogues, confirmation dialogues and things like that, which means that the bar is a bit higher on implementing that feature. So we'll get there, but for right now, we'll defer to the marketplace. And of course, you can always import into your wallet, into, for example, MetaMask or whatever, and transfer it that way. Because of the denominations, it makes it really simple. There shouldn't be too many of them. There should be like, a few, and you can transfer it that way also. Yolande says, I'm struggling to get into the consignment page for creators. It says it is under construction. Not sure why. It's pretty straightforward. You go to here we go. I'll put the banner. You go to studio.vitruvio.xyz, and it just works. Maybe your browser cache needs to be cleared or something like that. That would be my first thought. All right. Cool. I don't see any more questions. All right. So claim. That was it with claims. Let's talk a little bit about what else is going to happen with Vibe. So as I mentioned, we've got the split merge feature. That's probably going to be secondary. The claim feature is going to be first. We're going to have a Vibe stats page, so you can look at all the data of things coming in, going out, etc. I don't know exactly what will be on that page. I haven't thought through it right now, but there is in the smart contract. Actually, I'll show you this. In the smart contract, there is a stats feature, and that stats feature already gives you a lot of information. Now, all we're going to do is present that to you live. So let me just show you what that stats feature looks like. Let's zoom in a bit. It's at the very bottom here somewhere. Oops, did I mess up? I went to the wrong place. Okay. Stats. There you go, stats. So this says how many tokens are issued. Let me see. What does the second one say? I need to. That is the that's not the VTRU. Give me one moment. I will confirm for you what that is. I'm just looking it up. Just one moment. Oh, that's the number of issued shares. All right. So this is how many tokens? That's 12,127 tokens. 288,899. That's how many shares have been issued. So depending on the mix of denominations, that's what it adds up to, right? So as I mentioned, we have a cap of 1 million, right? So we know that we have 350,000 of those waiting for the staking. So we'll talk about that in a bit. So, and then there are pools of others. For example, there's the validator pool that's there, that's waiting to be issued. There are still a balance of Vortex, etc. So all of that added up will be 1 million. And these here are the denominations. And here you see the issued tokens for each denomination. So one has obviously the most, 5,789, and there are 70 that are 1,000 there. And then this here is the balance. And what's the last number here? Let's see. And this here is what's been claimed so far. All of it you have to divide by 18 because that gives you the right decimal precision, because this is 18 decimal places of precision here. But most of you don't care about that. All you care about is having a nice web page, and we're going to get you that. Don't worry about it. We'll get there now. All right. Okay. So let's talk. I was talking about the futures, right? So claim, split merge, the Vibe stats page, but the most important thing is the staking. All right. So we've already announced exactly how the staking is going to work, etc. And I'm going to review that again in just a moment. But we'll be implementing that feature also. I'm currently not certain if it will be within scope or if it will be standalone. We have to make that decision yet. But regardless, it's going to be super simple. I already floated in Discord a mock of what that's going to look like. But basically, it's going to give you a buffet of choices. Like, okay, you got so many VTRU in your wallet. You got so many VTRU that are locked, and so on and so forth. Choose which ones you want to use, and it'll apply the appropriate formulas, and boom, airdrop you the Vibe right then and right there. All right. So that is the story. Let's see. Let's review some of the breakdown of especially the staking. So I have my Vibe presentation here. I'm going to go to the slide where we talk about it. So, oh, by the way, I've updated this deck. I've put a done next to all the ones that are done, right? So on this one, for example, the validators, the 100 Vibes have been issued. So boom, it's done. The Dreamer cores, the art packs, the Genesis, all of those 6 Vibe giveaways are done. There's still a pending. So this came from a pool of 60,000 Vibes allocated for Dreamers, which is the creators. And we are working on a protocol. Basically, if a creator does X, Y, and Z over a period of a certain number of months, then they get a Vibe. We want to make it so that any creator who actually demonstrates through their actions, meaning listings and things like that, that they love our ecosystem. We want them to thrive, and we want to share with it. So we'll have that process. It's not anything unusual. If you're part of our ecosystem and helping it grow, we want to reward you for it. And so you will get a Vibe there. So we should have capacity for, I think, probably around 40,000 Vibe tokens. I don't know exactly how many that was. I have to go back and calculate what this group of how many tokens that was, but the balance will be what's left over. The team ones have just barely started doing those. We'll do those probably the rest of the week. The booster ones are done. So each booster got 14. Each super booster got 2,338. And each early bird got 9 vibe each. Now, I want to end once and for all the controversy about that I created actually on the super early birds. So I initially had a slide in season 2, episode 2 of Download, where we said we would give 100 VTRU to each super early bird. Then published a spreadsheet where the math was you got 100 per 7 transaction, right? So instead of just a flat 100, you got a multiple of 100. And then subsequently, more recently, published a spreadsheet where it was back to the 100. Obviously, this is very confusing. I take full responsibility and accountability for that. The mistake was mine and no one else's, but I needed to rectify this mistake. And so what we did was we kind of split the difference a little bit. What we did was you have your 100 VTRU that was already airdropped to you as a super early bird. If you did multiple transactions of that were due 100 VTRU and 96 of you were that, what we did was we used the same VTRU to vibe multiplier as staking, which is 50, and essentially gave you 2 vibes for every 100 VTRU that would due you, and that was also airdropped. So I apologize for the confusion, but I believe the remedy is fair and works for everybody. All right. Of course, you will tell me if it's not fair, and then we'll see. But I believe that matter can be closed now. All right. What else? All the Vortex NFT holders up to 25K would drop their vibe tokens based on rarity. Epics got 4, Ultras got 3, Rares got 2, and Commons got 1. More will happen every other day. So the next airdrop for Vortex will be tomorrow, and then we'll cover all the ones that haven't been done. All right. And here is a quick recap of the allocation. You can see that the boosters had an allocation, the validators had an allocation. The first 25K, I had projected 46,250, and the actual number was very, very close. It was 44,951. It was very close. So the way I see it is that this aggregate number together is what is allocated for the Vortex, right? So that just means since we didn't use this full allocation of 46,250, there are slightly more than 25,000, probably 27,000 available for the remaining Vortexes. So we'll go on that. The creators one are been done, and now we're coming up on the staking. So that kicks off soon. So let's talk about that a little bit. So let me go to the staking review page here. Just review with everyone what's going on here. All right. So basically, you have unlocked and locked VTRU. Unlocked VTRU is VTRU that's sitting in your wallet right now. You can do whatever you want to with it. And if you wish to stake that, you can stake that for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. And it costs 50 VTRU stake to get 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 vibe, depending on the period. So let's take an example. You want to stake for 3 years, and you want to stake a 100 VTRU. So you're going to get 3 multiplied by 2, because that's 50. 100 divided by 50, which is 2. 3 times 2, which is 6. You're going to get 6 vibe. All right. So that's how that works. Now, you can also choose to swap, meaning give up your VTRU. By the way, the stake VTRU will be unlocked and available to you in whatever period you have, right? 3 years or whatever. If you swap, it costs you 15 VTRU per vibe. You just give up that VTRU and you get the vibe. All right. Then the next thing is if it's locked. So if it's locked, you can stake at the same rate of 150 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to swap, it's 20. So numbers are slightly different for locked versus unlocked. There are approximately 2.1 million VTRU in the airdrop stake contract right now. And I know the community really wants to move on those. Unfortunately, that contract is not upgradable, and we can't do anything about it. But I have got that request so many times. I'm trying to think of creative ways in which we can incorporate that. So all hope is not lost. I don't want to open the door yet. I'm not ready to open the door yet on using the stake, but I'm saying since so many people want it, I'm looking to see if there's creative ways in which we can push it. I know in a previous download I said the door is closed, it's done, no more staking, etc. But people keep coming up with it, and I like to listen to what the community wants and try and deliver, because ultimately it's your blockchain, right? And so I'm gonna think out of the box and see if there's a way to make that work. But I am not making any commitments right now. All right. Okay. So what happens after, or what happens here after staking? So let's look at that. So the core NFT claims are temporarily frozen until November 1. So we'll start that at midnight UTC, July 23rd. I did promise that in Scope, I'm going to put a calendar date time to block number calculator. So I know a lot of people have been asking, what block number is that? Well, we'll get that calculator up there. But what that means is you will not be able to go into Scope here and hit this claim button. So here, for example, I have 279 VTRU due to me. I would hit claim, but it will be disabled. You will not be able to do that once midnight July 23rd rolls around until midnight November 1, right? So that period of time. So get your claims done before that. And finally, when you unstake, this is talking a year forward now. When you start unstaking, what we want to do is reduce the shock to the system. And so there will be a daily aggregate limit of 5%. So if someone, and that will start at midnight UTC and to the next midnight UTC. So every day we'll enable 5% of the staked of the unstake eligible VTRU to be withdrawn. So that's what we're working on. All right, and let's see. Let me get back here and look at some questions here first before. All right, I'm scrolling up because there's a lot of questions here. So let's see. Okay, Mystique. The UI in this StreamYard always scrolls away the moment I click on something. Now I have to go find the one I was looking at again. There was a question by Mystique. Where is it? There it is. I can see it. All right. Can I ask roughly how long it will take for a new consignment to be reviewed and passed? Many thanks. We aim to do it fast within 24 hours, but Fur has not been keeping well. Everyone send her your good wishes and regards to get well soon. And so we are a little short-staffed because she represents, I don't know, 90% of all the work that's done there. So, but we are trying to move things along as quickly as we can. All right. Can we get a block number for when you will freeze the claiming feature? Yeah. So as I just announced, we'll put a little conversion thing, and then based on that, we'll come up with a block number and we'll present that. Let's see. Mystique, your art is now up. Studio is currently down for maintenance. Yes, it's more than likely. They are busy trying to get the multiple consignment feature active. We tested it just before. It seemed to work, etc. But there were some edge cases, so they might still be working on that. But believe me, we are very close, minutes away from it. And I already I know that Doc Martin, for example, successfully consigned multiple pieces, and we minted them. So it looks like yeah, Mystique, looks like your artwork is up here. And you know what? Since we're all live and all of that, let's see if I can grab it before someone else does. So Mystique, here you go. Congratulations on your sale. Done. Live. And there we go. It's in my scope now. So if I go now to my scope and I go to my VTRU Suite NFTs, there we go. That's it right there. So nice. Congratulations. Art Police seems to be taking at least a week, says Ampen. look, there's no need to be passive aggressive here. We are doing the best we can. We are not the police. We have been inundated with scammers, and we want to have a clean store. We don't want scammers. We don't want our collectors, crypto investors, etc., to be buying fake artwork. So we're going to do what we have to, and a little patience goes a long way. CK says, when can we stake, Nick? As soon as I can get that feature done. I'm just coding and releasing things along with the team at warp speed here, and we're doing the best we can. So it is intended to go live this week, and it will. So it's just a question of which day. Don't know. Probably later in the week than earlier. Pam says, in this example, is locked meaning staked, or was there another mechanism to lock? Locked means unvested. You're referring to our table here. Let's go back so everyone can see that. So here, locked essentially means that it's vesting and not yet fully vested. Therefore, it's not available to you. So that's what the definition is. CK very emphatically says airdrop staking should be locked. Yeah, it is currently. Yeah. And Samson says, good job, Nick. Can we stake vibes in the near future? I've not made any. Look, the horizon for Vibe for me is give folks a way to share in the revenue of the blockchain. Now, given that it represents future earnings and all that, there are a lot of innovative things we can do. And I'm excited about pushing the DeFi envelope here, where VTRU can be the first one to come up with a new DeFi protocol, because face it, there hasn't been any evolution in that other than regurgitate the same things. Like after Uniswap, there hasn't been a whole lot, right? But we can be a little innovative on this. So let's see. It's about us, up to us to be creative. Don't know if this question is silly. There isn't a silly question. If all 250K VTRU in circulation, how do you get a reward for Vibe? I'm not understanding this question, because there are not 250K VTRU. There's only 60 million. Well, there are not only 60 million. There's 60 million. Can you rephrase that question and ask it? I'll try and answer that. Is the Vortex website still going live today? That's the plan. We are hoping to go live tonight, barring any problems. Apologies on that. It's just when you're dealing with multiple chains, etc., things get not just double complex, they get orders of magnitude more complex. So there's a bridge involved and all of this going on. So it's a little tricky. But I have a high degree of confidence on that. Nick, you're buying all the NFTs I'm trying to buy. I will back off. I promised myself that I would give our community the chance here. I was just demonstrating that. I will back off now. With Doc Martin, it was a test, making sure everything was working. So it's all yours now. I'm going to back off and let you guys do the collecting. Mina says, I just put a new art in studio, but it says request consign pending. Can you check it out? Look, guys, it is not feasible for me or Fur to provide individual support for artists. All right. You need to go to dreamverse.vitruya.xyz and put in your request there. So stop DMing us or asking us direct questions like this. In this case, it says request consign pending. It's exactly what it means, that your consign request is pending. And once it's approved, your work will be available. So you have to wait until it is approved. How did we get that share of 100K in Vibe share? That's a good question. So I wanted the community to be able to celebrate a little bit with Vibe, especially when the claim button goes live, and want everyone to have the experience of claiming and getting a little bit of VTRU into their wallet. So I put that there from our marketing grant fund there. It's just a gift to the community. Nick, just want to make sure I heard you correctly. When we consign our art and price in dollars, is our vault being paid in VTRU? If so, what is the conversion rate prior to DEX being live? Yes, that's exactly right. We express the sales prices in dollars because That's what our depreciators that we are going to target. Folks who are not yet in crypto, etc. They think in dollars. They'll use their credit card in dollars. Even the collector credits that we have are issued in $10 increments. So everything that is coming from a collector's vantage point is in US dollars. And so that's why we express our store in US dollars. And when the transaction is done, the current price of VTRU is used to do the conversion, and that converted VTRU is then airdropped into your vault. Not airdropped, sorry, transferred into your vault. The current price is $2.50. For Genesis, we had it fixed at $1.50. And moving forward, what we will do is do what a lot of projects do, is use the week trailing average. What that means is every day of the week, we would look at the past 7 days, average it out, and use that as the conversion price for the VTRU, which accounts for highs and lows that happen. Sometimes the market goes crazy and you have highs and lows, etc. So using a trailing average is a good way to ensure a fair price. Zika says, thank you. You're going to make many millionaires and are successful people. Look, all I want is for us to achieve our mission, which is a sustainable income, for creators, and create a win-win ecosystem for crypto investors and creators. I don't make any promises, but other than that, gonna work very hard with the community and with the team to achieve that goal, because it's not an easy goal. It is a very, very difficult goal. We are going up against everything. We are basically changing everything about Web3 NFTs and all that. We are changing how blockchain ecosystems behave. There's a lot of change, and it takes time for the world to catch on. And they will. I promise you they will, once they understand the value proposition we have. And then hopefully we will be as successful as you portray here. Any news about VTRU and DEX fees? Yeah. So basically, you have to look at the current state of things. Our focus right now is on VTRU, right? We are enabling this ecosystem with the creator sales and the rev share and VTRU going on DEX, etc. When that has settled down a little bit, which I believe will be toward the end of August, all focus will be on VTRU, and we will give it the spotlight it deserves. That means DEX fees, that means Launchpad, figuring out how the rewards on that work, how the staking on that works, etc., and how it affects the original, what was called UXI, buyers. So all of that is coming, but it would be toward the end of August. There's not going to be much action on VTRU right now because we are focused on VTRU. Once an artwork is purchased at this time, sold as one edition, is there a time period that it can be relisted? Example, for a different type of license. Just I'll have to charge, example, 5 to 10K if one-off. Yeah, so this is a good question. We have a multi-license system, so you can license the same artwork in different ways, but you can't license the same artwork for the same thing for this, in different ways if that thing is intended to be single, right? So example, if you have a license for a single edition NFT, you can't create another license for a single edition NFT at a different price. Of course, you have a print license, you can have any number of print editions, etc. So single licenses and multiple licenses are mutually exclusive, because if you sell a single edition, the buyer has an expectation that there will not be more editions. But if you do multiple editions, the buyer immediately understands there's going to be multiple editions. So what we are talking about there, folks, and you know what, I'm going to try and log in and see if I can get to that screen. Oh yeah, actually it's already up there. So when you go to the consignment workflow, you have the ability to do multiple licenses. You can enable a streaming license, you can enable a remix license, and there's also a print license, but we've hidden that for right now. And here, when you have NFTs, you can have elastic editions, unlimited editions, but we've disabled those right now because we are still working on them. Right now, you can just do single edition, and you can choose which kind of license you want. Of course, you can look up the legalese on that and see what you want before you do that. But we are also going to be adding in the other licenses here. For example, there is going to be licenses for Vortex where the terrain art can be licensed. So just know that as time progresses, there's going to be more and more types of licenses here. But I would caution you against having, for example, a single edition license and relicensing that as a single edition. That is a no-go probably legally. So. All right, Mystique says, thank you very much. Actually, this is chance. It happened. Congratulations. It's like my first sort of artwork live buying. Southern Fry says, thank you, guys. I believe in your vision. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. All right. So I think that was what I wanted to convey here. Let's see if I missed anything. I wanted to make sure everyone is up to date on what's going to happen here next this week. There's lots happening. We're going to get the staking solution up. We're going to get more features up in Scope so you can have better visibility into Vibe. But folks, Vibe is the hero, the shining star right now. I mean, look, there we go. We got 2. You know where that 2 came from? It was from my purchase. I just made a purchase just now, and it bumped up by 2. So you're going to see that counter move throughout the day here as we get the studio release out. I don't know if it's still under maintenance or not, but once it is, artists can start consigning. We will start approving, and then hopefully you guys can collect, and that counter is going to move up. So very, very exciting. Ready, Freddy? Freddy says, I'm not going to put that up there. Baby VTRU is very proud of his Uncle Vibe and Uncle Vortex. All right, that's great. Okay. All right. So I think we are done with this part of the stream here. I think we can go on to the next part, which is our airdrop. Now, as I mentioned, I just hopped into this stream 3 minutes before. I'm not fully ready. So give me 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to be doing some things here, prepping, and then we'll go do our Magic Squares airdrop, and hopefully some people can win some more Vibe. Let's see. All right. So bear with me, folks. I'm going to get this going, and very shortly we'll be able to go. All right. So here we go. I think I should put some music on while I do this because it feels empty. Let's see. Let's play. Hey there. We'll do that one. Sorry if I blasted your speakers right now. I apologize for that. All right. So 3 minutes and we'll be ready. 3 to 5 minutes, okay? And we'll kick off our regular airdrop. All right, almost done with part 1. Moving on to part 2 of what I have to do. Make this work. All right, that part is done. Now, a few minutes, I'll be ready to start the airdrop. Start me. All right, that part is ready also. One more last thing to do, and we can get going. All right. And we're ready to go. Okay. Let's do this. Today is July 15th. Okay, we're going to get going. All right, folks. It is time for the airdrop. Let's do music here. Okay. Let's go here. All right. So this is how it works. What we do is we do a general airdrop first, and then we do a creator specific airdrop. All right. So here's how it's going to work. What you need to do is you're first going to go to VTRU.xyz/vortex-all. I'm going to test that and make sure I didn't mess that up. And when you go there, it should say airdrop address July 15th, but it won't be enabled. That's a form. And that form is where you're going to paste in your wallet address, right? So right now, right this moment, you should go and copy your wallet address. Make sure you don't copy multiple addresses. Make sure you don't have spaces back or front of it, because that form is very unforgiving. And in just a few minutes, well, few seconds actually, I'm going to start a countdown, and I'll give you, I'll enable the form, and you're going to go there and you're going to paste that address in. And we are going to, let's see, we have 400 people on the live here. So let's go to 300, all right? So we'll do 3 batches of 100 each. And what we'll do is we'll pick 5 winners from each batch, right? So that's 5, 10, 15. So there'll be 15 winners in total. Actually, you know what? I've been doing 10. I should not go back on that. Let's just do 10 from each one, all right? And we'll do it fast because we are already past an hour on this live. I don't want to take up everyone's time. So let's do 30. Now, on these, you have a 33% chance of each vibe, of each vortex of winning a vibe. So good luck to you. Like I said, we're going to do 3 batches, 100 each, and pick 10 winners from each. So right now, you should be at Vortex, VTRU.xyz/vortex-all. You should have copied your address, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reload your page and go. There we go. Those addresses are flying in now. Super fast. No duplicates, folks. The duplicates will be removed. We are at 50. Very fast. And we are already at 100. Wow. Still going. And 150. We are halfway there. Slowing down just a little bit. All right, maybe we, no, it's still going. Okay. Let's see. 200. Wow. Very fast. And 225. 250. All right, I'll go and get ready to turn this off here. 260, 272, 78, 287. I'm about to turn it off here. And that's it. Done. Let's see how many we ended up with. Okay. All right. So we got just a couple over 300. So that's good. All right. Now sit back. I'm going to go ahead and get all these addresses and check for duplicates and get them ready for playing Magic Squares, and wish you all good luck on that. So let's go check for duplicates. That's the first check we do. And how many do we have today? 5 duplicates. Okay, that's good. Not too many. All right. And we can start playing right away. So let's load her up with the first 100. Good luck to all of you. There they are, locked and loaded. And we are ready to play Magic Squares. 10 to be selected. Now, here we go. I'll let you know about how we'll talk about the winners in just a moment. Let's see who's the first winner for today. It is 53A6. Hey, by the way, if you win, do let us know in the comments. All right. Such beautiful wallets here. Let's keep going. All right. Now, if you're wondering how are you going to know if you won, and well, obviously, you may not actually grasp it exactly here. So what you want to do is you want to go to this handy dandy spreadsheet we have called Vortex Winners. So it's VTRU.xyz/Vortex-winners. All right, let's see if I can copy that and paste that in the comments. Yeah, I can. All right, there we go. So we've got that spreadsheet link pasted there, and that's where I'm going to update as we go. All right, so you can see. So we've got 2 winners there already. Let's get the third one going. We have very little time, so we'll keep going. I'm going to update as we go. And that's number 3. Let's get one more. Time for a sip of chai. Congratulations to winner number 4. 5 coming up. All right. 5 is done. 6 coming up. Let's whiz through these fast. DIY Dad says, Nick, want me to code a block date converter or please do. If I welcome any and all help in that area. So yes, if you could do that, that would be amazing. That would save me the time of having to do it. All right, so we are going here. One more was number 6. Thank you, DIY Dad. I appreciate it. And number 7 coming right up. Is Studio still under maintenance? If it is, I can do a quick check with the team on what the status is. That. All right, so we've got 8 done. I guess I can go here and look, sign out and see. Ah, yeah, it's still under maintenance. So they're still working on it. We'll, what do you have here? Number 9. Coming right up. There we go, number 9. And the last one in this set coming right up. Let me do a quick check with the team and ask them bear with me, I'm just asking the team. All right, I've communicated. Let's get a message back. So we got 10 here done. And congratulations to all the 10 winners. And Nick, whenever you're trying to purchase an art in Studio gets error, refer to logs, doesn't matter which art for sale, probably because something to do with the maintenance. So I would wait on that. All right, the first 10 are done. It's time for the next batch. Let's go. That's the next batch of 100 coming right up. All right, and hopefully we can keep the pace going like we did this one and go very fast. All right, and let's go. Rohan says he's able to get into the studio. Well, it's more than, it's probably that you were already in, and so you didn't encounter that login form. But chances are some things might not work because they are actively working on it. So it's fine that you're able to get in. I'm waiting for a response. Cashflow King also signed in. Okay, so maybe is it just me? Let's see. But either way, they'll let me know. 2 done. One more to come. We have 2 Rohans today. Yes. And I know both of them. That's great. 3 done. All right, so I killed the music on these a couple of sessions back, but I'm thinking I want to just try it again a little bit, all right? Because just at a low volume, just because it feels empty waiting for the thing here. So that. Yeah, just some background noise. Five. I am really, really pumped about Vibe because for me, the revenue share is just a great way for people to passively make income. Because when it comes to coins like VTRU, etc., let's say you have them, etc., that's fine, but you have to be you have to be actively monitoring the market conditions, etc., and figure out when you can make a profit, etc. And most artists are not going to do that. Most creators are not going to do that, right? They're not crypto investors. And so, yeah, I feel like Vibe is better for everyone all around. Even crypto investors who are looking for long term, right? It's the great way. You don't have to pay attention. You just come and check periodically. Pratik says, every time Magic Square runs, I get Kuch Kuch Hota Hai feeling. Yes, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is an epic movie. A favorite for many of us. Wait, now, did I get that one? 8? Yeah, 8 done. Okay, gotta go again. All right, so Moondust is saying store is on maintenance because all tried to buy failed. Check Explorer. Right, there could be many reasons for that. It could be you don't have enough collector credits, possibly. But if you do have enough collector credits and it's failing, it's something we'll look at for sure. But we are very close. And as you saw, I just went through and purchased one live. I also purchased Doc's artwork earlier, and so the things we are testing out there are both multiple listings and also price variability, right? So the one I picked up was 250, so that's price variability. Oops, went the wrong way. All right, so and then I picked up this one for 550. So it is that part is working. So maybe there are some issues right now. I can go look and see. Let me just check, because this is important. I want to make sure that things are going well on the studio front, because we have lots of artists waiting for us. So why not check on it live here? And if you're watching a recording, you can probably fast forward this. Yeah, I see a bunch of failed transactions here. I don't know if it's the same person. Yeah, it is the same wallet. So yeah, there could be many different reasons for this. And this is for asset key 669. That. All right, let's try and troubleshoot this and see. I don't know what that asset is. It's for this one, I guess. So yeah, I won't try and collect it because I don't want to block. But I'm so tempted to hit that and see if it works. Yeah, maybe I'll try another one. All right, since I know that's the one you want. All right, so yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have the team test it out. So that way I'm not burning up my collector credits here on tests here. Okay, so we've got 10 done. That's the next batch is done. Now it's time for the third batch. It's coming right up. I believe we are going to be exactly on the money on this one, or a couple shy. We'll find out in a second. All right, and Tate says they've had many failed attempts. All right, so let's go ahead and see if let's grab this one and see if it works. Cosmic Latte. That seemed to have worked properly. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, that worked. I got it. So it might be an issue. I'll dig into that a little bit. But yeah, if some people are having issues, then we need to find out what the problem is. All right, batch number 3. Here we go. G-Giant is also having the same issue. So I wonder what is different between my wallet and yours. I have no special rights at all in there. It's the exact same thing. So I'm curious to find out what the issue is, which I'll troubleshoot right after doing these airdrops. All right, winner. Are there any winners here? I'm not seeing people reporting that they won, so that is very strange. If you won, please let us know. And you can check once again by going to VTRU.xyz/vortex-winners. So this is where your address will appear if you won. Nick, I was gonna. Oh, Pam just won. Congratulations, Pam. That's great. No, so I have no special privileges at all in that wallet. I deliberately make it that way because don't want that. You always keep things separated. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it. Not to worry. Paul won. Micah won. Congratulations. That's great. And we are on number 4 here. All right, so here's how it's going to play out, folks. Usually I kind of do the airdrop live, but we've gone on for a long time, and I have other meetings and things, and I want to fix these problems also. So I will take care of it before the day ends. And oops, I just messed up, didn't I? I hit, give me a second. I just hit reload, but I have to go get the addresses back. I hit reload on the wrong page. So here we go. We're back again. So my address count is going to be, my winner count is going to be off here, but I've already recorded them. So we're okay. We should be okay. So we're going to start with winner number 5 here. 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. So we're going to get 6 more here. Vijay1, good day. How do we pick up more collector credits? I need more to pay the... So currently, there's not a mechanism for buying, but we will be having a buy page there. So right now, the best thing is to get someone to transfer one to you. I could do that, I guess. Why don't you post in Discord that you're looking for 1 collector credit, and if someone can send it your way. And if I see that, I will send it your way. I'll need your address. Okay, so that's number 26. And hey, Odie's here. Hi, great to see you, man. It's been a while. We need to hop back on your live sometime and chat. All right. And that's 3. Let's see here, 3 more to go. Oh yeah, that might be a reason why it's failing, because there are the fees. Folks, I want to tell you about something which it's unique and different, all right? And not everyone will agree with it, but here we go. We created the collector credit system because we already know that we want to make it super simple for people buying, using USD, etc., to buy. And we wanted the purchase currency to be separate from the purchase transaction. So hence collector credits. Now they are available in one denomination only, $10, right? So artists price their work. However, there are fees added to it. Right now we only have the platform fee, but later on there might be a curation fee, an affiliate fee, and so on. So when you do the transaction, there is change left over. Similar to when you go and get a gift card, and you use it at the store, sometimes your purchase is not exactly, and so you have change left over. So what happens is that change that sits there on the gift card, and some people have a mechanism where you can go online and request cash or something like that. But generally, it just stays there in the form of, it's not exactly dust, but small change, right? So what we thought is, hey, why not make that as an artist tip, So we've just implemented that, where all the fees get paid to the platform, but whatever is left over, because there is no way you can use that again as a collector credit. So we just tack it on to the funds being sent to the artist as a tip. Maybe people will hate that, maybe people will love that, I don't know. It's just something we're trying out, all right? So we will, of course, get community feedback and work on that. But I am in favor of tipping artists, so they work hard and create beautiful works of art. And so if there's a little $2 or something left over, instead of just leaving it there for no purpose, and we just tip the artists, So that's what we got. And that is kind of also a unique and novel concept that we bring. Biz one, great. Nick Odi could be a Magic Square's co-host. Yes, that would be amazing. So let's do that. I'll reach out to you, and you can hop on these. And 2 is always better than 1. So yes, okay. All right. So this completes our open airdrop for today. Congratulations to all 30 winners. Let's bring them up here. Such beautiful wallets. Wonderful. And like I said, by the end of the day, you will have a Vortex in your wallet. And here's what you can do. When you go look at your Vortex in Scope, you will do it. Let's see, here we go. So you'll go to scope. Let me put the banner up here. Scope.vitruvio.xyz is what you're going to do. And when you go look at your Vortex, it's going to say potentially Vibe X1. So let me zoom in so you can see it here. I'm zooming in the wrong window. I always zoom in the wrong window. Here we go. So you can see this here where it says Vibe X1. So if your Vortex happened to be in the 33% like chance that it wins, you will see Vibe 1 here. And that means that in a day or two, you're going to get one more NFT in your wallet, and that's going to be a Vibe NFT. And so you will get this one, a single unit is what you're going to get. All right. So that's how things work on there. Congrats to everybody. Mystique says tipping artists is an incredible idea. I know. I'm glad you think that. I think most collectors will also agree. I mean, that those funds are just going to sit there and not actually be put to productive use. So why not use them? All right. So we are moving on to phase 2 now. We are going to work on our creator airdrop. So let me explain how that works. But let me get queued up here for that first. And I'm ready. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to to a creator's art page. All right. So how do you get that link? Well, you first go to search.vitruvio.xyz, and I'm presuming you're an artist, and you can go find your own work, but you can go find your friend's work also. Or if you're not an artist, you're a crypto investor, go find your favorite artist here. And what you got to do is go to their page, go to that listing page by clicking on view, just as I'm doing. And then I need you to copy the URL in the address bar. Just copy that whole link and paste it in the form that's going to come up here shortly when you go to this link. When you go to this link, vitru.xyz/vortex creator, and I will go ahead and paste that in the comments. All right, it is in the comments. So you're going to go there, and once I enable the form, you're going to be able to paste the link. All right. So go ahead and go to search, get your go to your artwork, go to your favorite artist, go to the store link, copy the link. All right, so the team has reported that they are did not want to deploy while the live was on in order not to disrupt Put Down Studio, as it will be unavailable. All right, so I'm going to tell them to just go ahead and do it. All right. All right. Okay, and now we are ready. I'm going to enable the form here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go and get those links in. There we go. Coming in fast and furious. Castro, Juice, Gabor, Denise, Atlas, Easy Tiger, Andrea, Morteza, Bonafide, Doc Martin, Pam, Rohan, Happy Ant Studio, Prateep, Old Jug. See, with the artists, I get to see the names, so it's kind of cool. All right, we'll keep it going. Oh, I didn't say how many we were going to do, right? All right, so usually with the artists, I don't get too many. I don't know, maybe today there are more creators. Norberto, who is the project lead there, and he says we got you. So he's gonna make it live. That's cool. So that's fantastic. Keep them coming, folks. Let it keep going for a bit. Let's see how many we end up with. Give it a minute or so. Crypto King agrees with the Typic idea. Thank you. Crypto Knight, rather, not King. Thank you. All right, we are slowing down here. Come on, creators, let's go. Got a few, and you, all the members of the community who are here, don't feel shy about going and grabbing a link for one of the artists and putting them in here, giving them a chance to win, right? It doesn't have to be only the artist who submits it. Baltic Soul says we will be able to stake VTRU to Vibe later. Yes, of course. Yep, it's coming up later this week. All right, we are at 55, and I have not seen much activity in a little bit. So I'm going to close it off here, and we're going to, well, let's see, we've got a few more coming in. All right, creators, if you want to participate and want a free airdrop of Vortex, you got to go and put in your store link right now. This is the time to do it. All right, and we are at 60. Let's close it off, and boom, we are done. All right, so folks, here we go. We are at 61. You know what? I love creators, and I love what you're going to help us do in building this blockchain. So I'm going to say we don't play magic squares with you. It's just 61 entries. I'll just airdrop to every one of you. All right, so you're all winners. We are all winners because you're here for us. So congrats. We'll just do that, and that's it. Yeah, so I don't think there should be any complaints from any of the creators for that. So yeah, so 61 of you, you're all gonna get a Vortex airdrop, and maybe there's a vibe in there. So congratulations to all of you. Anyway, I've been on here for an hour and a half now, long time. So I've got to get back to work. Maybe we'll just wait a second here and see if Studio comes up. And I will definitely troubleshoot the transaction issues people are having, and we'll fix that. So we will do an announcement on. I will post on X as soon as this feature is live, and we are confident that sales are working correctly. But I'm not sure why it's failing for a few people, but we'll find out. We'll do some testing and make sure everything is working. We fully expect, and this is why we make sure that everyone knows that this is still beta software. All right, it's still not out of the woods. We are not production grade ready. This is new stuff. We are kind of releasing it as we go, and so the first couple days are a little rough at the edges, but we try and pick things up very quickly, clean them up and fix it. So I apologize in advance if any of you are having trouble today, whether it's with consignment or with search or with purchases. We will fix and clean up things and make them work as best as we can, as quickly as we can. So, but thank you for being part of this community and for joining us on this journey. But what we're going to see here today is search on steroids, because we're going to see more and more artworks being consigned and going through the moderation purpose and going through it. So Rohan says, add your email and click the grayed out sign in button. Yes, I know that we can do that. It's not about can you use it, it's have they finished the tasks they were working on. Daniela says, I just consigned my work, my art, and I want to thank you for this project. It has been wonderful to be in Discord and see everyone's excitement. I believe in VTRU. A lot of love right back at you, Daniela. I mean, I think it's so amazing to see it all come together, right? It's been a labor of love. It's been a lot of work, and it's been crazy. Some of the hurdles we've had to overcome, and I'm just excited as everybody else that everything is coming together so well. We're gonna have the coin trading here in 8 days, and that's gonna be a significant milestone unto itself. And yeah, I'm just super thrilled. So official unlimited creator consignments uploads coming. Yeah, you could probably do it right now, but you might encounter some problems. Like Rohan was saying, you can, even though it's grayed out, you can actually in fact log in and consign. But just keep in mind that we still have content moderation on. We are working on a system where after 2 or 3 sales, you get to be trusted. You have a little flag set in your vault, and then you can just bypass moderation. But right now there is moderation. My dear friend and colleague Fur is out, not well, so please do DM her and wish her well. And so we are operating at sort of limited capacity on the moderation, but I'm going to do my part. Doc is amazing and helping a lot. Ariko is helping, appreciate that. So, but it's the moderation that's going to be a blocker today, but we will try and do our best. Especially if I know the artist name, I'll instantly hit it. I know a lot of the artists in the ecosystem, so there's that takes seconds. But if it's unknown, then we gotta go through the process we have. So all right, but we're gonna do all of that, and let's see where we are with this. It actually takes 5 to 10 minutes for the deployment to actually work also. But meanwhile, like I said, if you want to consign, you can. It will work, and I promise I will be patient and not be hitting buy on all of those yet. Now, I did commit to the artist ecosystem that see, I have about 8,000 pieces on Ethereum and object combined, and I promised that I would get 10,000 on Vitruvian this year. So I've got a lot of collecting to do, and yeah, it's going to be a competition for some of these pieces here, as we've got a lot of folks who are excited about getting these artworks in. Let's take a quick look here at what we have with our counter, which is now at 280. So that's nice. It's increasing. Now I feel like I'm going to have that in a window there and keep looking at it and see it update periodically. I'll definitely also set it up so it auto updates every few minutes or so. That way, you don't even have to hit reload or whatever. It'll just upload whenever the things change. Pam, let's have Pam have the last word here. The future is bright. Thank you, Nick, and the whole VTRU team. Thank you, actually, Pam, and the whole artist ecosystem. We can't do this without you. We are doing this for you, but we need you to come along with us on this journey. It's an interesting and exciting journey, and you have to be a little patient with us because we are building things as we go. And sometimes things might not work perfectly, but we're trying. And so with that, I'm going to close out this live. Thanks everyone for attending, and I'll catch you again on another live later this week. Thanks so much and have a good day. Bye.